Hey guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to another Brighton Bombers BDOS U14 2020 video. This is not a round report, this is actually a preview, round preview. This is actually the grand final preview for both divisions, 5 and 1, 2 and 1. And the two games going on there, the two grand finals, so we have obviously both our teams in them, being our Div 1s, Bombers versus Port Districts, and then our Div 5s, the team I'm captain of, Bombers versus Glenunga, but Glenunga at home in that case. So yeah, I will just, what I'm going to do, practically like a preview of the game, I'm going to give you times and venues. I know I've been holding this off for about a week, but that's because I was just waiting for this video to come out. But yeah, I'll give you times, venues, and I will read out the team selections and just talk through that and who's going to win, I think, records throughout the season, who's up on each other, who's below, yeah, etc. So hope you guys do go on to enjoy. If you do and you do like my content, hit the like button as it really helps out, and today is actually the day of the grand final. So yeah, hopefully you guys can give teams some encouragement and support, and also subscribe, as that would make my day, to join the Kenobi group and to see even more of my content and turn on the notification bell. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, times of venues. We have the grand final times venues have now been set. SANFL have given a local home ground advantage to the team who finished top. So Yellows versus Glenunga at Unley Oval at 1:15 PM, white shorts. So we're going to wear white shorts for away. So that's Yellows versus Glenunga at Unley Oval at 1:15 PM, Sunday 20th of September. Blacks versus Port Districts at Glenelg Oval at 10:45 AM, black shorts because they're home. So that's Blacks versus Port Districts at Glenelg Oval at 10:45 AM, Sunday 20th of September. That is today, the day I'm recording this day, this is being posted. So yeah, so the deal with the grand final, you play at a SANFL ground. Yeah, so it's an amazing experience. It's totally out of like the blue kind of, and it's just a whole nother level. It's so fun. It's a great experience. It's amazing. Probably the best day of your life, as I recall my first grand final 2018. Sunday 9th of September 2018, best day of my life. So yeah, so I'm playing on the Oval at 1:15. I gotta get probed against Glenunga, and the Blacks playing Port Districts. So we finished second, Glenunga finished top, Blacks finished first, Port Districts finished second. Now I'll move on to the team selections. So teams have been selected for this weekend's grand finals. It is a great achievement for our squad to make 2 grand finals and a reflection of all our hard work since early February. 2 big game milestones this weekend for 2 Yellows players. Noah Saunders plays his 50th game for the club. Jake Parrish plays his 100th game for the club. So that's massive, playing your 50th and 100th game in a grand final. Get around it. So the teams, unfortunately due to injury, Zach Wheatland and Jake Semler are unable to take their spot in the team. Liam Chambers is back. We've selected 6 under-13s to play for the Yellows. There are some disappointed boys, get around them. Remember, our strength is in being one squad. That's for the Yellows there. So yeah, we have to injury Zach and Jake out. Liam has been out past 2 weeks, pretty sure, but now he's back. So that's good, it's great. We've selected 6 under-13s to play in the team, as we are a bit short on players. But yeah, we normally do most games. So I'm going to go through, again, like the team selection and where everyone is. So we have full forward Sam Williams. We got Jake Parrish and Noah Saunders on the forward pocket. Jake Parrish is changing centre. Half forward we have Flynn Whelan, Darren Thompson, and Harry Bailey. Flynn and Harry are on the forward flanks. Flynn is changing ruck rover. Then we got centre, we got Ashley Pratt, wings, Riley Wood, Liam Chambers. Halfbacks, Reed, Jack Kelly, Jackson Steer. Reed and Jackson Steer are the flankers there. Back pockets we got Angus and Thom Wright. And then full back we have Callum Wilson at the moment. And Sam Limbs and Thom Wright, me obviously being captains. Interchange players, we have Sam Whitworth-Smith changing Rock, Hunter Ryan changing Rover, Ryder, and Gus Angus. First Rock we got Jed Farrer, Jackson Kells, Tyler Julian. Second Rock we have Sam Whitworth-Smith, Flynn Whelan, Hunter Ryan, and our emergencies is Ethan Williams. So that is the kind of gist of things there. In Div 5 for Glenunga versus Brighton. Obviously players could be switched around when we get there, different conditions, etc, etc. I'm just going to check. At the moment it actually looks like it's going to be a bloody amazing day. Really sunny. The forecast is actually 26, which is pretty hot now, in early September. It's not even summer, it's spring, so it's actually pretty hot now. We've had some hot days, really good. So forecast is 26 with a 60% chance of rain, so very humid it seems like, so very, very hot. I don't know what it's going to be like, but it looks very sunny at the moment. So yeah, obviously players can be changed around the day, like I said. So I could be playing like 1/4 back pocket defense because I'm really strong and I'm probably one of our best defenders. No offense or anything. And then I could be wing for a half, for 2/4, and then I go forward for the last. That's kind of like where I go. I'm like wing, back pocket, forward pocket, or half forward. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But now we got the Blacks. Team selection here. We got Max Disbury in full forward, Tom Dermody and Ollie Betterman in the forward pockets. We got half forward Harry Ram, Mackenzie Darling changing ruck, and Ben Camporelli changing centre. So Harry and Ben are the forward flankers. Centre we got Henry McKinnon, wings Lucas Camporelli, Danny Hilliard, Lucas changing Rover. Halfbacks we have Blake Wilby, Noah Grizz, Tom Simpson, Blake changing Rock Rover. Back pockets Tanner Wood and Ollie Cox. And then finally fullback Finn Doyle vice captain and Macca vice captain. Obviously Kieran, being our other captain, has been out for the entire season with injury, so he's not in the team. First rock we got Hendrix Lorna, Archie Rouvray captain, Tom McKay. Second rock Mackenzie Darling, Blake Wilby, Lucas Camporelli. Interchange Indio Tan, Damien Dunn, Archie Haywood. Emergencies no one. So there you go, grand final preview. We have had 2 trainings this week. We had an actual training, and we had a little light training captain's run yesterday for an hour to discuss the game. So I'm going to be going to the Blacks grand final as I always do, and I'm captain, represents the team, and I love watching them, good prep up. So some of us will be going there, and then a lot of people are going to be there watching ours. So yeah. We both got to win, but yeah, a lot of pressure on, I guess. I'm not trying to put pressure on, but I guess there's a lot of pressure because there's a crowd of at least, I think, because of COVID-19, 1,000 this year, but there's like more than 1,000 every year, or there's 1,000. Like, it's massive. Like, there is a massive crowd. People go like step up a notch. There's banners that get introduced. There's like people that create flags. It's crazy and it's amazing. It's like, it's the best experience that you could ask for. Well, other than winning one, that's a great experience, especially when you're captain. So yeah, but records throughout the season. So I'm gonna start off with Div 5. Brighton and Glenunga. First time we played round 5. Yep. And it was at our home, Brighton home. We played Glenunga, definitely our toughest opponent, and I've said it throughout the season, definitely our toughest opponent we versed. Walkerville would be next on that ladder. Glenunga did have a bit of a fair gap above Walkerville in toughest opponent, I guess, and hardest opponent and best team we versed. So yeah, but first time we played them, you can watch my round report on that. That's why I made these round reports. But yeah, you can check out through our whole season. But we beat Glenunga by about 50. I think it was like 55-6. That's roughly what I remember. Yes, we smashed them quite convincingly, but it was tough throughout the whole game. Like, it was a struggle throughout the whole game. But on the scoreboard, we smashed them. So it's not as it seems, but it is at the same time, if you get what I mean. But yeah, like, we were all over them, but we figured out that they were going to come out first quarter firing. They start open goals. We've had teams through this part throughout the years, in the past years, but now we're a different team, we're one team. 2 teams, 1 squad, and we prevented them from doing that. And yeah, that's what I think got us the win in the end, because we stopped them. Their confidence went down. We were up and about, and we ended up all over them towards the end of the game. So yeah, that was good. Then we played 3 weeks ago again. We played at a senior school, and their home, even though it's not their actual home, it's like a reserve ground for their home, like Mitchell Park is for us. But yeah, the overall was completely messed. You can watch my round report on that. I just go into more depth on that, but it's crossed with a baseball, soccer, and a footy field. Really weird, really tiny, really stretched out. It's a hill, it was sloped. It was a literal hill, like the oval was a hill. Yeah. But they ended up beating us by about 9, I think, or 13. 47-39, something like that. 47-34, roughly. So yeah, I think how we lost that was we didn't come out firing first. We didn't come out trying to kick the first couple of goals. We were trying to all do it like ourselves, or like, I'm gonna do this I'm gonna kick a goal, I'm gonna win the game, I'm gonna play the best, even though you would always strive to play your best. But the thing was, we weren't like, oh, we are, you are. We were like, oh, it's all me. So we weren't playing as a team in that first quarter. We got into it by the end, but it definitely wasn't anywhere near team footy. But it wasn't disciplined 4-quarter effort either. That's why we only played 3 quarters of footy, didn't get the job done. They came out firing kicked the first couple goals. Got first goal or 2, but we came back. But we were never there. Very windy, cold, blustery, icy morning as well, so that was a bit odd. We actually got some warm-ups in on down the hill. They didn't even bother to warm up, like, what on earth? So I don't know, but they didn't bother to warm up. They literally didn't warm up. They were just standing there watching another game. So I don't know. So it's 1-1 there. Pretty interesting. Forecast is kind of mixed with the both conditions we've had in the first time we played them and second time we played them. So this seems pretty even, I'm not going to lie. But online, like, looking at the weather report, it seems like it's going to be more the conditions we played against them second time. But on the day right now, it looks like the conditions we played them in the first time, which is great. So yeah, I'm now going to move on to Div 1. Record for the season between Brighton and Port Districts. So I can't remember exactly what round. I think it was round 6. Bombers played Port Districts first time at Port Districts away. This was, I think, I can't remember exactly what round, but it's one of them. They played them away, and yeah, they said it was like definitely the toughest game, definitely the toughest opponent. There was all these queries and worries kind of going into the game. Everyone had heard about Port Districts, how like the best, one of the best teams here in the state. Port Districts, one of the best teams in the league, in the area. They have a great record, great history linked to Port Adelaide Power in the AFL. Port in their name as well. Port Districts in the same area. They have a lot of father-sons in there. Or even father-daughters, I guess. And yeah, stuff like that. And it's all linked up to Port, and it's Alberton Oval and everything, which I like. Barracks Port, great culture. It's really good, but yeah. Yeah, so they had some great players apparently, Port Districts, but apparently they're meant to be like mammoths way taller than us, but apparently when they got there, apparently they weren't. We were actually a bit taller than them, or they were pretty much the same height, or some of them were a bit taller. So I mean, like, it's pretty much average. Yeah, you don't know until you're actually there, so you don't know what to expect until you're there. But ended up losing by 20. I think it was like 80 to 60. But yeah, defeat, first time playing there for most of them. Yeah, but the way they play is very fascinating. It's very advanced, it's very great, it's very good, it's very developed. They play a great way, but they can go a bit dirty, which is not good. Yeah, they kind of get stuck into you, and they do go dirty at times a bit. They can go very, especially the sideline. And that's kind of like the area they're in too. They have to fight for everything, they have to work hard for everything. Like, so does everyone, so do we here, but they are brought up in more of that area, if you get what I mean. Not trying to pull up a fence or anything, but yeah. So they ended up beating them, and then they played them again 2 weeks ago, I believe, Father's Day. And at home, Bombers versus Port District. I actually personally watched 3/4 of the game before I had to go to my game. And it was great, man. I loved doing that round report. It was absolutely amazing. Like, I loved watching that game. One of the best footy games I've ever seen produced by our squad, by our teams the past couple of years. Against Port Districts, it was a full 4/4 effort. Port Districts kind of started well, got the first couple goals on the board first quarter towards the end, even though it was like a struggle all quarter, and it was more down our forward 50, they just snuck out and managed to convert. We just couldn't score, we just couldn't convert. Ended up, we were there the whole time, we're pushing, ended up getting on top, we were there even though we're kind of on top in stats. And then ended up getting the job done. Some amazing plays from RG Rouray, as I mentioned, some amazing players in general, and ended up getting the job done and won by about 19, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so can't remember exact score, but it was like 90 to 70 or something, I think. But yeah, so that was a great game, perfect conditions, really hot, but absolutely amazing. So again, 1-1 in the record. Our record in our league, 1-1. 1 to Bombers, 1 to Glenunga, 1 to Bombers, 1 to Port Districts. I guess two different kind of conditions, even though the conditions in Div 1 were the same. Both really sunny and quite warm and hot days. Who's going to win? I don't know. So I have very good confidence and hope that we're going to win against Glenelg, and we hopefully will win against Port Districts. It's going to be great to watch, even if we don't win, even if none of our teams win. We made it to a grand final. Great experience, great season. I developed really well, and I think I learned more as a player as well and becoming captain. So yeah. But now's the time to shine. This is our game, boys. Come on, Bombers. I'm going to give it the biggest, best pre-game speech. Alright. But, yeah. That's pretty much the round preview. Hope you guys do go on to enjoy the series. As I said at the start of the video, give it a like. Subscribe to join the Kenobi group to see more of my content. Check out all round reports. And, see you in the next video.